Good morning, Unity.
Happy Sunday. So grateful to be here. So grateful to see you all.
We're on our way. our way, guys.
Hello, Unity. My name is Sarah. I'm a member of your board. Let me see here. Okay, got a few announcements here. There we go. All right, so May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Celebrates and pay tribute to the contributions that generations of Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders have made and continue to make in American history. Okay, and since the sound bowls were so loved, yeah, and if you didn't have a chance to experience that, you will be able to. This is new, our sound bowls with Carissa. Carissa will be doing sound bowls on the first Sunday of every month at noon in the history room. Yeah, and it is an amazing experience. I went to the sound bowl thing on the Saturday and then Sunday after church last time when we had someone come from Arizona to teach us sound bowls, and it was amazing. I felt vibrations for days after that. Okay, and then drumming circle, June 14th, noon, also in the history room. Bring your drums. If you don't bring drums, we have some that you can borrow. That's a fun experience. So anyone who just likes to make sound, go for it. Okay, and we are now on Spotify. Woo! Okay. So this is audio only. It's Brenda's talkings. If you want to watch, you still go on Facebook or YouTube. But this is on Spotify. You can listen to it while you're driving in your car, working out, cleaning your house, gardening, whatever, and just listen and learn. Okay. All right. So we normally have the bazaar in Christmas time, but we're doing it different. This is Mindful Makers Market, and it is Saturday, August 22nd. I will have my table with my plants, plant cuttings, rooted things. I'm going to give free advice to indoor, outdoor plants. If you need help with like gardening and stuff like that, I can give you advice. And I'm still kind of muddling around if I'm going to do like a workshop or something like that, but that will come. So if you would like to get your own table or booth, if you're a crafter, energy worker, or want to promote your business, you can sign up, find Valerie or the office for application for more information. If you are a Unity member or part of our community, the table is $25. If you're not, it's $35. Okay, and then vote for our next Pride t-shirt. We want your input. So, what will it look like? Vote for your top choice all the way down to your last choice. We will have forms at the ticket booth and a link in the email blast. Okay, good? All right, all done. Bye.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do our meditation and prayer. For those of you who are online, thank you for being with us. We see you. Get comfortable wherever you are. And for everyone here, go ahead and get comfortable wherever you would like. We also have meditation pillows in the back there. You're welcome to go there and put the pillow wherever and sit. And let's go ahead and get started. So close your eyes or lower your gaze. Let's just get into it. And so, as we lower our shoulders and feel the ground underneath our feet, underneath our bodies, just taking a minute to center ourselves right here, right now. Breathing into this moment. Breathing out. Just taking a moment. Anything that is in your mind that has been heavy or in your heart that's been heavy, you can just let that be for right now. And being in that centered place, feel a peace that washes over you. Sometimes in our lives, sometimes on our journey, we have big emotions that come up that feel like waves crashing on top of us over and over and over again. But with every ocean, somewhere there is a beach. There is land. There is a place to go and be. To just sit on that beach. See those waves. Feel the breeze. To hear the wind as it ruffles through the trees. See the birds as they dive, fly, coast throughout the sky. And yet, those waves are still crashing. But now you're in a different place. You're no longer in the middle of the ocean with those waves coming down on you. You are sitting on the beach, observing those waves, observing your feelings. And you're also observing everything around those waves. And as you do that, you feel the heat of the sun on your skin, reminding you that warmth, that light still exists, even when we have big emotions. And to be able to center ourselves in the midst of those is a practice, is a gift that we give to ourselves. So right now, let us give that gift of connection with the divine, and let us sit on that beach and observe in the silence. Meditation is a gift that you give yourself, that you give your body, that you give to your spiritual journey as you connect with that divine. Sometimes we hear what we need to hear, and sometimes we hear just peace. Both are needed, and both are okay. And so as we've given this gift to ourselves, we can breathe a little bit easier. Know that, like waves, those emotions will come and go. But we can always stay centered. We can always feel those feelings and know that at some point we can bless them and love them and let them go. But we can always be right here on the beach. Sand in our toes, ocean mists on our face, the warmth of the sunshine. We're grateful for this time, grateful for this gift that nature gives us to be able to observe beautiful colors, beautiful sights, beautiful sounds. To remind ourselves that we are part of the one. And so now as you come back slowly, in whatever manner that serves you, come back to this space and time and leave with that gift, knowing that it's always there for you. So it is.
Good morning, everyone. My reading today is taken from the Daily Word on connection. I share a connection to all living things. I share a connection with the human family, the world's creatures, and the universe itself. I'm reminded of the words of astronomer Carl Sagan, who wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." I affirm this cosmic connection and more. I feel I am part of everything and connected with everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us in God. When the world feels lonely and I'm struggling to find my place in it, I remember this cosmic connection and that despite our surface differences, we have much in common. I value my connection with others and seek to make new ones. I treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness in God. Therefore, I encourage one another and build up each other, as indeed you are doing. That's taken from Colossians chapter 5, verse 11.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Okay, now we got to change the energy of the room. So I invite you all to stand up and move and get into your bodies. Now we're ready.
Yes, now we're ready. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Beth, for doing that for me. Okay. Because I can't boogie, oogie, oogie. I mean, I can, but I can't sing. My name is Reverend Brenda Peters, and my pronouns are she and her. Who is here for the first time? If you would just hold your hands up. Yay! Thank you. All right. If you can't tell already, we like to have fun here. So we're the fun ones. And I tell jokes. Sometimes they're not good, so be prepared. Okay, what's Forrest Gump's password? One Forrest One. Thank you. You're on it. All right. Why is Peter Pan always flying? He never lands. You're getting better. Okay, here we go. Last one. Just laugh, even if you think it's not funny. No, I'm just kidding. Why don't they play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. Too many cheetahs. All right. And you guys laughed. That's good. Good job. We are going to be talking today about connection. Connection is the key. And I always like to tell you guys how Spirit came about to give me this upload. And it came from, how many of you were here when we did the game of getting to know each other? We asked the questions. Yeah, okay. It came from that. Part of it. The other part is I'm highly aware, as is all other ministers, that connection is a big part of why we're here. For some of you, it's finding other people that are like-minded. For others of you, it's, evolving in your own spiritual journey. Doesn't matter what it is, but we're all here connecting. So connection is the key. And we're going to go through two types of connections. And the first one is human. So how many of you are human? Yeah, yay. Okay, some aliens here. That's good. Welcome. We affirm everyone. So thank you. And these are the reasons why it's important to have connection as a human. Your physical health. I was researching this and came across some studies. Let's see. This one says that a research suggests that social isolation can increase chances of death by at least 50%. A lack of human connection was found to be more harmful than even obesity and smoking. So go ahead and eat and smoke, but make sure you do it with other people. That's what I got out of that. Like, oh, good. Okay. Check. Yeah. So there's physical, mental, and emotional support. Social connections can offer a number of mental health benefits, such as boosting mood, reducing stress, and improving self-esteem. Let's see here. Here's another one. Another research in 2018, which was done by American Cancer Society, examined data from more than 580,000 adults and found that social isolation can contribute to depression, insomnia, and cognitive decline. When we connect with friends, whether it's through that quick phone call or a nature hike, we can go through a multitude of emotions. We're either laughing, crying, or venting. When we express these emotions, our brains release dopamine and endorphins, the feel-good neurotransmitters responsible for happiness and mood. We already kind of touched on the cognitive function, and the sense of belonging. And so, of course, I would not be a minister if I didn't tell you how connection also helps you spiritually. So one study was found that adults who attend religious services for more than once per week were 30 less likely to die in the following 16 years than adults who never attended. Another showed that people who went to religious services at least once a week were much less likely to die from so-called deaths of despair, such as deaths related to suicide, drug overdose, and alcohol poisoning. And another found that participating in spiritual practices during childhood and adolescence may have several positive health outcomes in early adulthood, including lower rates of depression, smoking, and drug use and all that. That was from Harvard. So what can you take away from that? Make sure you come every Sunday to Unity of Omaha. That's my plug. It's a shameless plug, but so we kind of get it, right? That connection is key. It's very important. That sense of belonging. Like I said, we always say, find your tribe, right? Find like-minded people. And there's even other people out there that say, find people that don't think like you. Because sometimes that's where we get out of our comfort zone and where we grow and where we evolve. When we take in other perspectives. The other connection is the divine. We just did that a little bit here with meditation. The divine connection, again, for us in Unity, we believe that the divine is in us, around us, through us, as us. God is not out here, God is here. Spirit, divine, whatever you want to call it. Higher self, source. It's here. We are one with that. Acts 17:28 says, "For in him we live and move and have our being." Metaphysically, this is talking about oneness. We are one. We are one. Whether you know it or not, but I have a sneaky suspicion a lot of us really know it. There are times where we have those coincidences, right? Or that weird thing, or some people like to call it a God thing, God moment, whatever it is. Those are showing you oneness, if you're aware, if you're open to that awareness. That's that connection of, hey, you're a part of a whole, you're a part of a one. How do we do this? Prayer and meditation. You guys are going to know this, like, you're going to come in. Yeah, I know, prayer and meditation. It's very important. For us in Unity, we do affirmative prayer. So it's not that we're begging to a God or a higher power or source for, please help me change my thinking. Please help me, please help me, please help me. We are saying, I know, I am, I have, I can, I will. I am a person who has feelings, and at the same time, I am knowing that these feelings are growing me spiritually, aligning me with the divine within. That's how we do prayer. Because we are reminding ourselves, we are setting that intention. We are realigning ourselves with the divine and with our spiritual journey. So affirmative prayer and meditation, we just did it. You can do it guided. You can do it silent. You can do a walking meditation. You can do a shower meditation. Yes, it's a thing. You can do a motorcycle meditation, but you don't close your eyes. Because because that's something totally different. You know when you're meditating. That might be a surprise to you, but I'm pretty sure to guess that at some point in your life, you have a hobby, something. Some part of you connects and aligns, and you feel that like staring at a fire. If you're, it's summertime, there are a lot of fire pits and bonfires and things like that. Just staring at that fire, that's a meditation. So it doesn't have to be sitting in a half-dark space, doing the lotus position, with your hands and candles and and the music. It doesn't have to be that. And as I've stated before, it could be you taking 5 minutes to go potty. Doesn't matter. Meditation's important. And especially with that connection to the divine. Practice the presence. We kind of talked about this with the strawberry. Practicing being in the moment, finding yourself where you are. A good way to practice is what am I seeing? What colors am I seeing? What am I feeling as far as, is it cold, hot, humid, dry? What am I hearing? What sounds am I hearing? Take a look at your senses. Ask yourself those questions when you find yourself, especially this helps with anxiety, especially when you're in that moment of panic or anxiety. Take a moment, go, what am I hearing? What colors am I seeing? That's practicing the present moment right there. And also finding your strawberry. Being in that moment of, okay, I'm here. And how sweet it is. Study. This is something that we like to do here at Unity. We like to have classes. We like to have book, you know what they're called. Book clubs. Thank you. We like to study. We like to see what other theories, concepts, whatever it is out there. Study is very important in that connection to the divine. Because that's when the time that you have those God moments, we'll call them, where you actually connect and go, oh, and your consciousness evolves even more from what you're studying. Service. Service is very important, almost as important as meditation. I know a lot of you have done volunteer service here and out in Omaha. When you are doing service, something in 12-step says service is, participation is a key to harmony. And that's service. And think of a time when you have volunteered anywhere. And when you're in the midst of doing whatever it is, haven't you felt that, oh, this is pretty cool? A moment where it's been just like it hits your heart? Like, oh, wow. This is awesome. If you do service for the right reason, not to be seen, not to be, hey, they're always doing service because they're a good person, not any of that, but to connect with that divine. Because we are all divine. This is part of the oneness. We are all divine. And when we see each other and we see the God in each other, the divine in each other, and we connect, especially when you're doing something physical, or you're connecting, like right now we're in the midst of Mystic Fest. When you connect with someone, because they're very interested in Unity of Omaha, you get to share that piece of your divine energy with them. And they get to share it with you. So you're getting like two things, a human connection there, and you're getting a divine connection. So service can help you with both of those connections. And living the 5 principles. In Unity, we have what we call 5 principles. We've been learning about it. So God is, we are divine, your thoughts create your reality. Prayer and meditation is very important, and then we have to live this way. So that's another way that you can connect with the divine. Connection is key. There's, for meditation, and there's also a couple other ways that you can connect. Well, for meditation, Charles Fillmore, who is one of our co-founders, used to always say, if somebody asked him a question or wanted to know, make a decision or whatever, he would say, I'm going to take it to headquarters. And that meant, I'm going to go meditate on it. So if you need to make a decision and you're not ready to, or you're in the midst of something that's difficult, say, I'm going to take it to headquarters. Another way is gratitude. How many of you right now do a gratitude list? Yeah, me too. It's very, very, very helpful. Not only to make yourself be in the present moment and be grateful and figure out what you're grateful for, which is really interesting when you're in a heavy place, like, okay, I'm grateful for coffee. But it gets you out of that loop, out of that obsession thinking. It's very important connection. This is the 5th Sunday, and you might have realized, hey, we're not having music and meditation. It has been decided, Pramila, first I want to thank Pramila and Terry and Kathy for doing it. All these, I think it was a year and a half. So thank you very much for doing it. And so we've decided to do something different, and what I've come up with is connection. So here, going on out on the 5th Sunday, I'm going to try to rile up some kind of creative energy and have us do a connection service. So it might be us out there again playing that game. For those of you who didn't get to play it, it was fun. Lots of people had fun and really enjoyed it because we found out more about each other. Even people that have been going here for years found out things that they didn't know about the other person. So we might be doing that. I have a couple other things. We had a request to kind of do a speed, not dating, so don't, but like a speed connection. So I don't know how that, I haven't worked out all those, the logistics of all that. But we're gonna connect with each other on the 5th Sunday, if there's 5 Sundays in the month. And we might do it for a while, and we might do it for just a month, or 2 months, or 3 months, whatever it is. So we're going to be fluid with it and just see how it goes and how you guys like it. And so in that spirit, let's just connect with each other right now. So maybe tell the person next to you your name, and then maybe one thing about you that you like. Ooh, that's really icky, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, tell each other something. I don't care what. Find somebody you don't know. Hi, Lashana. Love you. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, excuse me. They're not done yet, I was told. Wrap it up. Well, just now, from what I saw, I think this is going to be a really good thing. So that's another thing. If any of you have any ideas on, hey, I think this would be a good way to connect or a good, practice for us on these fifth Sundays, let me know. I'm open to all ideas. If I can figure a way to make it work, we'll do. But I think it's gonna be good. Hey, Arlene. She's busy. Arlene's busy. Arlene loves this. You love this idea, don't you, Arlene? Yes. Yes. All right. So what I want to do is leave you with this wonderful quote from Living the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. He is a New Thought author, and he also started Centers for Spiritual Living. And what he says is, if you want sunshine, step out into the sunshine. If you have locked yourself away in a dark closet, why not come out into the light? If you have been feeling that everything is against you and no one really cares for you, know that God is in everyone. And meet the God in others and see what happens. Namaste. So if you have been supported by Unity of Omaha, please consider supporting us. We know that you have many other opportunities to support other organizations, and we honor that. But if you can support us by texting your amount 402-543-5339 or go to our website, unityomaha.org, click on that donate button, or as always, by the mail, and of course, the little QR code. And last Sunday, I was so out of touch of what I was doing, I forgot to do this. For those of you that are here, in the sanctuary, if you would drop off the love offering, we would greatly appreciate it. If you don't, that's fine. Please come up and get your affirmation, because this is the universe's message to you. And mine is, within myself, I see a loving and beautiful being. Oh, I love that one. All right, so let's go ahead and say the prosperity affirmation together, please. I am worthy of living a life of prosperity. Yes, you are. I gave you.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Good morning. All right, we finna boogie. Y'all like that? Whoa, whoa. Put your hands together for me. Hey. Yeah, yeah. You made me happy. Yeah. Yes, you can win. You stood right beside me. And I won't forget. I before I let go. Now we've had a good time. That's what they say. We've hurted each other. And girl, it's a shame. I won't be foolish. No, no, no. I wanna know. Yeah. I wanna make sure I'm right before I let go. You know I ain't got the right intention on you. 'Cause you know there's nothing I wanna do. Before I let you go. Make them noise in here. Come on, make them noise in here. We were so close. I love the time. I like that. I can't understand it. Where did we go wrong? I won't be asking. I gotta go. I gotta make sure I'm right before I let go. Here we go. You know I ain't got the right intention on you. So it's nothing I give me something more brave. Y'all like this? Make the vibration up in here. We're gonna do it again. Break it down one time. Booby. Give me my voice. Make it down. Come on. Break it down real good. Let Booby have the floor. Everybody out there. Carzel, give me something in the pocket. Come on, Bob. Y'all real quick. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit. Let me see how we do. There ain't no way that I can let you go before you know just what to do with you. You got to see just what you mean to me. You are my favorite baby. I got to know. Hey, turn it up, girl. Hey, I got to know. Y'all want me to do that again? I got to know, yeah. I got to know. I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Hey, there ain't no way that I can let you go before you know just what to do with you. You got to see just what you mean to me. You are my favorite baby. Oh, oh, oh. Before I let you go, I gotta know, no. Here we go. You know I think I got right in that shot. You know that's
Only here at Unity of Omaha can you see LaShawna and the band in concert. That is amazing. All right. Well, okay, with that energy, let's go ahead and bless the ties, talent, and time that we've had here today, knowing that this energy of love raises us up. Oh, and we send this out into the world, out to Unity headquarters, out to Unity, Silent Unity, but also, and more importantly, out into the Omaha community. And as it goes out, so it comes in, and we are grateful, and so it is. Amen. Okay, today the prayer chaplain is Terry. She will be in the Peace Chapel after service. So if you would like to be held in prayer, please make sure that you go and see her after service. And if you are wanting to go to Mystic Fest, it is $5 to get in the door. Please say hello to the team at our table so that they know, yay, that they're supported. All right, so let's go ahead and do the prayer for transformation all together. The light of God is in me. The love of God moves through me. The power of God transforms me. And the presence of God is who I am. Wherever I go, God is, and all is well. Make sure you connect with someone this week.